Hey guys, so I'm outside. So if you hear any weird outside sounds or my hair starts to frizz, it's because I'm outside and it's very humid and it might start raining. So, anywho, I'm going to be talking about the time that I got in a car accident and it was my fault and it was super embarrassing and I hate telling the story, but here I am telling the story. So, keep in mind, I had just gotten my license. I was 18 and I did not ever want to drive. I had no interest in driving, so it was one of those things like, oh, you should get a car because you're about to start college. Like, you need a car, you need to drive. I mean, so do it. And I got my license on my first try, so that was good, but I still did not like driving. I preferred to be chauffeured around. I was going to go to my friend's house at like, I don't know, like 7:30, so it was kind of dark out. It was getting dark. It was like in the summer-ish. I don't know what time it was. It was getting dark. It was dark. I live in a really small town, so basically I just had to drive like 2 minutes to get to my friend's house, and I just left my house, just got on the main like one road you need to go on to get there, and so I was like pulling up to a light and there was like a couple cars in front of me, like 3 or 4, and I saw a green light. So I was like, oh, like the light must have just turned green, but in my mind I was like, oh, it's green, so keep going. So I never really fully put my brakes on, though my foot was on the brakes, like preparing to slow down. I go to change like my radio or to change the air. I seriously don't know what I was doing at that moment. I don't know what I was doing. I wasn't on my phone, but I was like doing something with like my radio or my air, something like that. So I wasn't really paying attention to what was in front of me. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, literally changing this, it goes boom. Like I just like hit something, and I was like, and for some reason, you guys, I don't know what happened here, but all of a sudden my mind went blank. Like I went full Dory. Like I didn't know where I was, I didn't know what was going on, but all I know, my mind just forgot what just happened. Like I felt a boom, but I like didn't think it was a car accident. Like I didn't think it was anything happened. Like I was just like, oh, like my mind just went into shock or something. So I kept driving forward. I just kept driving because I realized I'm in a car, I'm driving to my friend's house. Okay, so I just kept driving along to my friend's house. The cars in front of me kept moving, so I kept moving. Nothing was happening. So I keep going. I'm driving along, and all of a sudden, the car in front of me starts like honking and pointing this way. Like their hands out the window, pointing like, go this way, go this way. So I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, maybe I was in an accident. Crap, I'm screwed. So like, no, like, so I go over to this hotel because I think that he said that's where he was staying because he doesn't live where I live. He lived in freaking Vegas. So I go into this hotel, and sorry, I'm like looking over there. There's like little baby ducks in the pond, and it's so cute. Okay, so going into the parking lot, and he gets out of his car, and he's pissed. He's pissed. I'm scared. I'm about to cry. Like I'm in shock. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, oh crap. And there's this like fat older dude. He's probably like 50 something. And he's like yelling at me with his. He has a crappy car, by the way. I'll get to that in a second. So he gets out of his car and goes up to me, and he's yelling at me. He's calling me all these bad words I'm not going to say on camera, but he's saying all these bad things. I start crying because it's like scary, like not because I got in the accident, because like I was fine, I wasn't as cool, but he was yelling at me, pissed, and calling me all these things. He says, call 911 right now, call the cops now. I was like, dude, like I'm already on it, like you're freaking me out, like I'm calling them regardless of what you want me to do. Like bye, get away from me. I don't get out of my car, I have the window up, and I'm like, no. So I call 911, and I call, and the lady picks up, and I'm like, help, like I just got in an accident, this guy's yelling at me and I'm scared, like I don't know what he's gonna do. So he goes back into his hotel room or whatever the heck, and I'm talking to this lady. I'm like, lady, you know, please don't get off the phone with me, please don't, like please stay, because I'm freaked out. But this lady's like, no, we're sending someone now, are you hurt? And I'm like, no. And he's like, is anyone hurt? I'm like, no. And then so she like leaves. I'm just like, of course she gets like where I am and all that. So then I call my grandma, and I'm like, grandma, because I love my grandma. So I was like, come to where I am right now, like I'm freaking out, got a car accident, help me. And so she comes in like the next minute or two, so I'm like happy about that. So I'm with my grandma and blah blah blah. So the cops come and all that, and So this guy that was yelling at me, cussing at me, hating my life, comes up to me and like right before the cops, like the cops just showed up, they're not talking to me yet, but he comes up to me really fast and he brings this like little dumb lollipop and he's like, I'm sorry about everything. Here's a lollipop. I hope it's okay. Like, don't worry about anything. Like, this is no big deal. It happens all the time. It's fine. Bleh. So, he's like, I always give my wife a lollipop every time she's sad, and I'm just like, like, stop. Like, get away from me and screw your lollipop. Bye. Like, get away from me. So then I go up to the cops and like talk to them and they get all my information, blah, blah, blah. And this guy's like intruding, by the way. He's like right there, like making sure I don't say anything. And then he tries to like lick this cop's booty because he's like, I've never been in a car accident in my entire life and like my neck hurts really bad. Like my neck already hurt. Blah, blah, blah. Like so I was like, oh sure, your neck hurts. Like I'm totally fine. My car, by the way, you guys, like barely a scratch, barely nothing. His car, yeah, it had like a dent or whatever, but guess what? His car was messed up. How has he never been in a car accident before? Because there's dents on the sides, the front, and the back, and then so his car was all messed up. Like, dude, like stop. All this goes on, right? And I'm still freaking out. I'm pissed. Like I have to deal with this guy. Like I could have crashed into anyone, but it had to be this guy. This is where it kind of gets really embarrassing because another lady shows up. A lady shows up and she's like freaking out. She's like, oh my gosh, like, were you guys in a car accident? I was like, yeah, like thinking that like she was a witness or something. She's like, oh my gosh, like you hit me. You hit me too. I was involved in this too. I was like, my life. And so I'm like literally hitting everything. Like I'm just like so embarrassed that I hit 2 cars and like the guy I hit into, I guess, like he hit the person in front of him. Like I don't even know. Like I still to this day, like I don't even know what the heck. Like I just wanted to get out of there, like bye. Still feeling like I wasn't even in a car accident, is freaking out because like my mind honestly went blank at that moment and I didn't believe anything that was going on, so I was freaking out. So this lady's like, she goes talks to the cops. She doesn't want anything to do with me. She doesn't care. She's like, you're a child, like get like who cares. So she's just talking to the cops, getting her information, getting my information. She's done. I'm like bye. And this guy's like still sticking around in my life, being a beep beep. So by the way, he kept saying that he was going to sue me and stuff, and I'm like, dude, like I've never even been in a car accident, so I don't even know how this works. So I was like, what do you mean you're gonna sue me? Like I know what I did wrong. Like you're gonna get my insurance and go away. Like leave me alone. All this is over and everything is done. Like I go home. I go to my friend's house still or whatever. And like days later, I find out that this guy is complaining about all these things. His neck, his bag, like everything. He's complaining about everything. And he wants all this like things for my insurance, and he's trying to get credit for like all the dents in his car, like everything that's wrong with his car. And I'm like, dude, like all I did was, you know, like maybe you like hit the girl in front of you a little bit, but like, and I hit you barely, but there's like literally nothing wrong with my car. I didn't even have to get my car fixed. Nothing was wrong with my car, but he's like this. And so because he's from Vegas, you know, like he just wants to get all his lawyers and everything on it and get everything he can out of it. Good for him. I still to this day feel like he did this like I know I wasn't paying attention, but I still feel like he like stopped and like even though there's a green light and he's supposed to be going, like he stopped and like took advantage of this, or like he hit the person in front of him first. Like he honestly could have hit the girl in front of him first and then I hit into that, because I don't feel like I pushed him into another car. I don't feel like I did. I didn't feel that hard of a jolt. Like I feel like I just hit him, not boom boom, like, you know. So I still to this day feel that I'm only responsible for hitting him, but what are you gonna do? Whatever, it's all done. It's been like 3 years now. So there's that story. I hate it. I wish that never happened because it ruined my insurance, it ruined everything, and I'm pissed about it that happened. If it would have happened in a better way, like I wouldn't really care that much. Like if I had a really nice lady or something like that and she was like, oh, it's like it happens, these things happen, it's okay, let me get your insurance, blah blah blah, it'd be fine, like nice and calm. But this guy was yelling at me, making me feel really stressed and like upset, and this made me never want to drive again. Like I was just starting to drive already. I just graduated high school and I just got my license and I was like Alright guys, that concludes that story, and I hope you guys liked it. I'm so sorry that it's probably all over the place. I'm aware that I'm a really bad storyteller, but that story also makes me just stressed, like, and upset talking about it. And I feel like my hair, like I feel like I keep touching my hair because it keeps like freezing out, and it's like raining outside. So anywho, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys liked it, and please like, comment, and subscribe. Please comment anything that other videos you would like me to do, or whatever suggestions. I pretty much only take your suggestions. That's like what my videos are. It's from you guys. So also, I really want to know, like, if you guys are from YouNow or you found me straight from YouTube, because most people that watch me I know are from my YouNow streams. If you would like to go watch those, by the way, I'll link that below, and I'll link everything on my social media promos below. So also, yeah, if you just found me straight up from YouTube, please like leave that in comments, because I would like to know, like, I don't know, or if you're from YouNow, let me know. Bye.